I mean, they keep calling me like dog and stuff and have all these bitch shit at me. All these button coat dumbass bitch shit and all their bad intentions to con hustle and identity theft, computer hacking and clone hustles and illegal business and all this thing and that and the other. Off of, obviously, bitch comes from female dog. I would say that whole notion goes under Kip, the pupil witch, which is the dark side of the kitchen. Okay, that is where he's the character right above the Reaper character. Like, directly the next character up is Kip, the pupil witch. And that's where you get all the, they stipulate in the USA, it's called foreign material exploitation, the reverse engineering. But, I mean, I live here. So it's kind of like a back attack statement. But on the Knight's armor in the column of black that starts with KA and the Knight's armor, and then the AK-47 Russian automatic machine guns, and then KL being the Knight itself, okay, which is the rifle design. Which the USA then came back and stipulated with the reverse engineering and foreign material exploitation and adopted notions. I believe if you said bitch with that, it would be domesticated. Domesticated, you would say. But anyway, they have the SWAT team. Okay, and main portion of that is going to be KF, which is Bam Ram, the notion of where the pentagram came from. I didn't put it there on purpose, that's Bam Ram. Okay, and where they designed the 6 versus the 11, KF, Bam Ram. No, the pentagram is a ram. Okay, there we go. But they use that for the helmet, it's 2 under. Okay, and then the ram horns. Which is right below G, which is the dog. And then you get the goated ram horns of the K with the G. Sideways K stipulated. And then they use the helmet as an opposition to the battle ram. Okay, and then the SWAT team, then back to the pupil witch, where they got a scope on you with a pupil. Okay, he's KI. So he's going to have the eye clip in there. Then with the sniper scope. Okay, that's a witch. A witch, is represented like an elf. The legends go with them elves shooting bows. But ELF is the best gun design possible. Okay, that's got the front handle, the clip, and the trigger handle. Okay, with the L butt. Okay, but only, witches are represented with wizard wands of shooting fire at you and lightning and icicles. Okay, but that's Kip, the pupil witch, which will black magic kill you, like the Reaper, which is right below the KH, black white. Okay, the kill hunt himself, who does not only have an L of the night, and will kill you with an L of the scythe, but also, that comes with the holster notion, the KH. Okay, the H is going to be the holster of the sniper rifle. And of course, the KL, both on that of the top character of the knight. And then of the knight's armor, but once again stipulated back to the SWAT team USA. Okay, who is not summoning black people into your home? Okay, but the dog notion comes from the bottom regular rainbow colors. Now all those characters absorb upward. Okay, this is not a primordial ooze. Okay, it would be somewhere in between primordial ooze and pecking order, but kind of neither of those, but both. Of course, KA, the crow, were stipulated sideways, and then the A is how they fold their feathers, or their wings. They fold their wings with that, the birds, because there's many bird notions, and the crow is the fold, the KA. Of course, KB is the snake with the black orange and the B and the O as their head. But as they absorb upward or down from down up, they have a crow ribs. As the crow is black-red, ribs for the snake in a crow row within, and they will bite you. Okay, now, and they're S2 snakes, so I can do S2 moves as well. And then Warsaw stuff. But then KC is the panther. And like the crow stipulation on the sideways K to fold the wings, the panther has the K sideways for his head design. Also, CA is a cat with the triangular, but then added to with KC and the C-shaped snout and the K sideways for the ears and the head. Okay, and they can climb trees that way as well. And you'll see a lot of the reps, some of them, not all of them, but most of them are black with yellow eyes of the panther. Okay, of course, the panther has now absorbed what? The crow and the snake. Okay, that's how sharp their teeth and claws are. Is crow, talon, and beak and feather stuff, but then with the notion of how sharp the snake teeth are added in that. That's sharp. Of course, a lot of the KD and KE are the Superfly and Mighty Mosquito. But when we're talking about the dog and panther, or the dog and stuff, well, the panther too, but the dog, that's going to be where they get the protection of their hair from flies and mosquitoes, is why their hair is like that. Okay, and of course we went over Bam Ram KF, but that's black purple. So the dog then absorbed the purple for the shape of his head. And then the panther notion with the snake crow. Okay, but then they're not as, but with the ram, they don't have as sharp claws because rams are hooved. So then you ram hoof that, and then you get dog claws. Okay, rams are Angola grade though, so you gotta watch out with dog limbs. They're digitigrade like the panther. Okay, and then of course the dog himself is KG Black Violet. Okay, and then with that P head, you're gonna add a V on it. So it's going to be, for the dog heads, actually, the K sideways with the C snout, then with a P head, and then V'd out. Okay, so as you can see, the dog is not in the entirety or specifically a different combo character. That the dog is its own combo character. So, quit calling me a dog and all this bitch stuff. I just look at the black rainbow colors again. Also, I have a wolf in the column of green under DD. Now that adds to the dog character. Okay, and that's going to be protection from the forest greens, and uses the green for other protection. That's a double barrier of green that they're going to have of what the wolves and dogs have. Yeah, but that character is where I put the wolf with the two greens, and they will actually hide behind not just one green, but have the knowledge to hide behind two, to fool you while they hunt, and to hide. Okay, to get two, that's how good they are at hiding and hunting. They will hide behind two, not one green. Okay, and then the word source, of course, is all, it's from characterization and the source. And that's where they get the dig-a-degrade notion of the 3-3 bend in the front. And of course, with all the characterizations that I have of monarchy, use and such, living in the USA, I will note Article 1, Section 9, Clause 8, the Foreign Amendment Clause. But also, I will remind you of the First Amendment and freedom of speech.